Hello everyone, Group A of Batch 12. Today is April 23rd, 2020. And today we are going to talk about new grammatical point, which is used to. We're going to talk about when we use it, why we use it, and how we use it. And also we are going to talk about how to form affirmative statement using used to, how to form a negative statement, and how to form a question or an interrogative statement. So let's start. Generally, we can say we use this expression, which is used to talk about habits or repeated actions in the past, which we don't do in the present anymore. We also use it to talk about states in the past which are no longer true now. For example, I used to have long hair, but now I have short hair. He used to smoke, but now he doesn't smoke. He quit. They used to live in India, but now they live in Germany. So from these examples, you can see that what we said here, that we use it to talk about habits or repeated actions in the past, which we don't do in the present anymore. So let's go and talk about how to form negative, affirmative, and interrogative statements using used to. So for affirmative statement, we start with the subject, then used to, then the verb. And the verb should be an infinitive verb, or verb one, if you like. Look at these examples. My dad used to work for the state in the 80s. We used to play basketball in the park together after school. I used to read more books when I was in high school. So if we go back to the first statement, this speaker says that his father used to work for the state, which is the government, during the 80s. But now he doesn't work for the government anymore. Maybe he's retired. In the second example, we used to play basketball in the park together after school. So these speakers say that when they were at school, or when they were learning or studying in school, they used to play basketball in the park when they finished their classes. But surely now they are not at school. So that's why they said we used to play basketball in the park together after school. And the third one, I used to read more books when I was in high school. So this speaker says that when he was in high school, he used to read often. He used to read more books than he reads now in the present. The present now, that means he reads a few number of books comparing to the past when he was in high school. Concerning negative statement, we start with the subject, then didn't, then use to, not used to, because the time reference is here, didn't. We have the time reference here. So subject, didn't, used to, plus infinitive verb, like this one. We didn't used to get up so early. So these speakers nowadays, they are or they get up so early, but in the past, they used to get up late. More examples, she didn't used to ride her bike as much as she does now. So this girl in the past, she used to ride her bike, but not so often like how she does now. We didn't used to go to the park as often as we do now. So these speakers nowadays, they or in the present, they go to the park so often, but in the past, they used to go to the park, but not so often. Few times per week, maybe, or per month. So comparing to the past, now they go more often. The town didn't used to be so quiet as it is nowadays. Surely all the towns all over the world didn't used to be so quiet as it is nowadays. Nowadays, all the towns are so quiet, but in the past, they used to be so crowded, but now they are so quiet. Now, let's see how to form an interrogative statement or a question. So we start with did, then the subject, then used to, then the verb. So look at these examples. Did John used to go hiking much before he got married? Did you used to have a blue car or a red one? Did he used to play any sports? Did Sarah and Chelsea used to live together? So if you look at examples, you can notice that we use did with all the subjects, singular or plural. Okay? First person, second person, or third person, we use did with all type of subjects. And again, we don't say did he or she or they used to. No, we say did he used to, did she used to, and so on. Use to, not used to. Okay, now let's practice about this. Look at these questions and statements and try to fill the gaps to complete the questions and the statements. So look at number one. Did you used to collect comic books when you were little? No, I collect comic books. So if you said, no, I didn't used to collect comic books, your answer is correct. The second one, space, you and your friends dash play at the playground as kids. So this is a question. So the answer is gonna be, did you and your friends used to play at the playground as kids? Okay, what about the answer? Yes, we used to spend hours there on the weekends. 3. What video games play? The question is gonna be, what video games did you use to play? And the answer for this question is gonna be, I used to play video games, but now I play them all the time. The fourth one, what music you listen to? I listen to pop music a lot, but now I prefer rock. So what music did you use to listen to? And the answer is gonna be, I used to listen to pop music a lot, but now I prefer rock. Okay, more examples and more practice. Make affirmative sentences or negative sentences or questions using used to plus infinitive. Here, I live in a flat when I was a child. They go to the beach every summer. He not smoke. I play tennis when I was at school. She not hate school. So let's go back to number one and see if it is affirmative sentence, a negative sentence, or a question. So we don't have not here, and we don't have a question mark. We have a full stop or a period. So it's gonna be like this. I used to live in a flat when I was a child. The second one, if you look at it, we have a question mark here. So we need to form a question. So it's gonna be, did they use to go to the beach every summer? Sorry for the mistake here. Did they use to go to the beach every summer? The third one, he not smoke. So we don't have a question mark, we don't have, but we have not. That means this is a negative statement. So he didn't use to smoke. The fourth one, I play tennis when I was at school. So no question mark, and we don't have not. So that means this is affirmative sentence. So I used to play tennis when I was at school. The last one, the fifth one, she not hate school. So we have not here. That means we need to form a negative sentence or statement. So she didn't use to hate school. So this is all for today, guys. I hope we will meet soon. Till that time, I hope you all the best. Thank you for watching. And if you have any question concerning this lesson, feel free to ask me on our WhatsApp group. And for more practicing, you can go back to your student book and your workbook as usual for more practicing and details about how to use used to. Thank you very much.